I have a lot to say. I'm very upset, but I'm gonna try to keep my temper down as I talk softly because I wanted to be very feminine this year. But after watching episode 3, I was just so upset because I have a lot of thoughts. As usual, I've written them down and I'm just going to be talking about it because I have a lot of thoughts, right? So, this is my round of episode 3. This is Let's Talk with Ochuko Diary, and I'm talking about episode 3 of season 4 of Singles Inferno. So let's start. So where episode 2 ends off is Jonso has to pick between Minso and Jion, and he ends up picking Minso. So I was visibly upset because I felt like Jonso and Jion had like something. Like there was just a spark because they were laughing and all that, but I'm not in Jonso's mind. So he ended up picking Minso and they go for their paradise dates. Jungsu and Heijin also go for their paradise dates as well. So that's nice, the both of them. Only thing is I don't really care about their paradise date. I think that's just been a consistent thing in, ignore how my voice is so deep. I'm having like throat issues. But I think the consistent thing about this particular season is that I don't give a damn about anybody's paradise dates. I just don't care. It's so boring. And that's just the thing because I wasn't able to watch Heijin and Jungsu's dates. I wasn't able to watch Jungsu and Minso's. I was just very bored. So yes, that's my thoughts on their paradise. I'm happy for them if they do end up together, but I just did not care. Like I said, I just did not care for the Godfather. I don't care about them. So that's my thoughts on their paradise dates. Even though it was the highlight of episode 2 and the cliffhanger and all that, I was visibly bored. I just kept skipping and skipping and skipping till like the next scenes. That brings me to the second thing I'm going to be talking about this episode. After they go for their dates, our girl is left alone in the women's inferno. Okay, so I'm just going to say this, and this is the message to the producers of Singles Inferno. What the f is wrong with everybody? Because why would you leave my girl alone there? I know some people will argue that she wasn't really alone. She had producers and maybe directors or whatever crew members just being with her. It's not only her because they kept rolling clips of her being alone, which I'm going to show you. But it was just like, why would you put somebody through that? They had every chance to, even if it was in the ninth time, they had every chance to like take her to the second inferno to meet with the other people. But no, they had to make that girl stay alone, eat alone, and sleep alone in that inferno, and then bring her the next day. So that was just so weird. And I think it's just one of the reasons why I like Jiyeon, because she was able to handle that. I would have not been able to handle that because it's somehow, I don't know if it's me, it's somehow I just felt like, considering the fact that she was not picked, the least they could have done was just allow her go to the second inferno. I could be wrong, but that's my thoughts on that. So I was just very upset at that part, and even panelists were like, why would you leave her? Even the other cast, when she met when she met the second inferno, they weren't happy as well. So that's just my thoughts on that. Okay, so the next thing I'm going to talk about in episode 3 has to be the careers. I've noticed this since episode 1, 2, but I'm just going to talk about it in episode 3 because I'm seeing a consistent pattern in the careers of the cast. Is that they're actresses, they're idols slash singers or models. I have nothing against these careers per se, but it's very obvious now that in season 4 that most people or even everybody that has come is just here for fame. Because in the previous seasons, I can use season 1 as an example, you could see a diversity in the cast despite the fact that most of them would have modeled once or twice in their life. It's very clear that they had different things going on for them before they came to Singles Inferno. We had a restaurant owner, we had people going to university, students, we had a surgeon as well. I think that was in season 2, Nadine's season. We had Nadine, who was a neuro something student and in Harvard. We had his son as well. We even had like a chemist slash biologist in the show. That's diversity. We had a policeman in season 3. So I don't get why it's just actresses, singers and models this season. That's one reason why this season 4 is not really as well watched or appreciated enough, because there seems to be a lack of something. I don't know what that is. Maybe there's no authenticity or uniqueness. It's just so bland. It's very obvious that everybody came here for one particular thing. I could be wrong. Please correct me if I'm wrong in the comments. But I was so weirded out when I saw that most people, they're either models or actresses. So that's just my take on that. The careers are too limited in this season. Okay, so after they go on the date, I'm just going to talk about one thing in that date that really stuck out to me, and that has to be Miso's jacket swimsuit. I have to put a picture of that. That was so nice to see, because some people say it's weird, but I found it to be like a nice touch on the date, because even the panelists were like, there was one panelist, the one that barbs her hair, was like, is that a jacket? Because I love that swim. Somebody has to like link where I'm going to get that swim, because I want to be a body like me. So okay, so like a brief summary before I talk about the next thing for this episode. After they go on the dates, they do come back, and before they come back, we see Jiyeon the next day. She was wearing this beautiful blue dress that I love so much. So we see Jiyeon wearing this blue dress. She, comes from the other Inferno and gets to meet Taehwan, Dongho, Irene, Eugene. I think Eugene, yes. She meets them, and instantly you can see Taewon just kind of fall in love with her, and he's just so smitten by her. And then I think he is the one that even initiates that conversation and gets to ask her where was she coming from, why is she the only person. She then explains to them that she got to spend her time alone in the Inferno the previous night and ate alone. He just started feeling bad for her. So I think after that, Jonso and like the three couples all reunite, and you get to see like a dynamic, because Jonso gets to reunite with Eugene, who he went to the Inferno with before, even we went to Paradise with the day before. So there's a dynamic, and Miso is already catching feelings, and she doesn't want to let Jonso go. Eugene is kind of like on the edge. She doesn't know what to do. All I can say with that dynamic is that it's very clear that Jonso is a princess. That's what I'm going to say, because that guy throws me off. He's just such a red flag. I know red flags are always so attractive, but please, if they can hear me, please stay away from that guy. He doesn't like any of them, because I expect some sort of loyalty. When it comes to someone like Guan Hee, I know I'm not trying to defend Guan Hee, but when Guan Hee had loyalty to like his son a bit, like he was always coming back. Eugene, he doesn't just have that with Eugene. I don't know how to explain it. He doesn't just have that, and I just wish Eugene would go for someone like Theo, who can appreciate her bubbly personality. I don't know if it's going to work out, but then for Minso and Jonso are not actually bad, because they are just like almost the same person to me. So I don't really care for that couple. I don't know why. There's always that one couple I don't care about in all the seasons, and I swear Jonso and his babes are just one of them, because the guy just throws me off each episode. I don't know if it's me. Then we have Jungsu. Jungsu is such a liar. Today you meet this person, praise this person, put words into this person's ear and everything, and then he comes back to see and is like, oh, I was just saying that so that the person will be happy. Why are you lying? Why are you being such a red flag? Why are you being an obvious red flag? It's so weird. I don't know. I think Sian deserves Tio. Honestly, she deserves better. She doesn't deserve someone like that, and I hope she stays far away from it. But it's very clear that she has some sort of feelings and all that. Well, that's my thoughts on that. I would say Sian should go for someone like Theo. Jonsu is just there. I don't even see the hype. I really don't see the hype with him and Jonsu. As of now, I don't see the hype. But maybe it's just me, because I'm a viewer, I'm viewing from outside and I'm not Korean, so I wouldn't understand the hype behind him. So that was just my thoughts on this couple, because there's a lot of triangles and squares going on with Jonso, Eugene liking Jonso, Minso liking Jonso, then we have Sian having two guys liking her as well. So that's just the dynamic in this episode that kind of throws me off, because I don't really care for those couples like that, but I'm trying to watch it because I'm trying to give everybody like a fair share of my watch time, so I can't judge too quickly. I just hope Sian chooses someone that's good for her, and Jonso picks somebody. Please pick somebody. That's my thoughts on that. After the couples reunite, Jiyeon comes to like the new Inferno, and they're not all in one Inferno. You can clearly see that the dynamics have changed. There's a lot of liking someone, and Dongho and Irene are still trying to figure themselves out. Irene wasn't just out there in this episode. I was not really impressed by her, but there are more episodes. We have like 9 episodes from episode 3, so I'm always open to change my mind. So what happens is, afterwards, I think they have a swimming a competition, a water competition, which is another highlight of episode 3. I'm going to be talking about that water competition. So I would say you should watch it. This is my commentary, but that competition really showed me something I've been suspecting since episode 2, and I said it in episode 2. I don't know if I can find the clue of me saying it, I'll put it there. That Johnson really liked Sian from the beginning, but he just didn't go for her because Eugene was the one that was smiling the most. Because when the competition starts, Sian at some point, I think it's the third, either she was the third or second person, she gets like the highest score. She was the fastest person to complete, because it was like a log game where the guys were standing and she has to pass that log. It's a very thin log and she has to like pass through each person. So sometimes you're hugging, and if you watch season 3, if you watch episode 3, you understand what I'm talking about. What I just want to say is John So sabotaged that game for the 3 girls, because as soon as Sian had the fastest time, it was Jion. No, it wasn't Jion. It was I think it was Minso, and he just pushed that girl, the same person he took to paradise. That's how you know that. And she was kind of gearing up to go and have the fastest time as well, but immediately Johnson was the first person and he just pushed her in, which was so weird to me. But it made me realize that he didn't really care, because why would you push somebody like that in? And then we had Jion, the same thing, he pushed her in. The last person, Ari, he pushed her in too, which meant he just wanted our girl to be the person that will win. And it confirmed it in episode 4 when she decided to pick him as the person that will go on paradise dates with her, which was what I've been saying all this while, that he and her, like, he had something for her, but he wasn't able to go for her initially because he was just quite like, it's almost like you saw something shiny and just picked that one because it was shiny, but your eyes were always on the first thing. Do you get what I'm saying? So that competition confirmed that to me, that he actually really likes our girl Sian, and I don't have anything against it. I just wish he had gone for her initially. Maybe they would have worked out. I don't know. Maybe they would have worked out. Maybe they wouldn't have worked out either. Second thing I want to say is the swimming competition was really, really nice. I got to see Jonso and Jion. There was one iconic clip that I'm going to put of them falling into the water together. Another highlight in episode 3 has to be kimchi. I call it kimchi scene, where our girl Jion was looking for kimchi and Taewon decided to offer it to her. That was so nice. Overall this episode was quite there. I don't think majority of the episode was just the paradise dates, and it was so boring, so I had to keep skipping and skipping. Another highlight was definitely that swimming scene. There's a lot of edits on TikTok of that swimming scene. Then I would say Jiyeon and Taewon kind of stepping out from the shadows was also very nice, and just seeing Johnson being like this red flag was also very nice as well, because I've always said it, that guy is weird. Anybody that's like that has to be weird somewhere. But yes, these are my thoughts on episode 3. Nothing really major. I'm still trying to get the feel of this season, because season 3 was just far better than this, but I'm always going to give them the benefit of doubt. So yes, these are my thoughts on season 4 episode 3, and I hope to see you in the next part where I talk about season 4 episode 4. Episode 4 has a lot of good moments, especially bonfire, and I can't wait to talk about that. I hope to see you in the next video. Don't forget to subscribe, like, and comment what you thought about my little rant. Goodbye.